Hello, this is your astrologer Kira, and please, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my channel, share and like my Facebook page, Astrologer Kira. And just to let you know, until the end of this December 2021, I have a special discount on my readings. 1 hour reading is only $60. So please read in the description box, and you will find out very easily how to schedule a reading with me. That was the intro. Now, I wish you all Happy New Year and Merry Christmas for those who are celebrating Christmas this late December. As you might know from before, I am the Slavic girl, and Serbians as well as Russians, we celebrate our Christmas on early January, 6th of January, and this is our special day because we are sticking to our ancient Slavic calendar, the basic calendar, and when the gods are being born again and the god is being born again, and we didn't want to give up on our tradition even when the standard world calendar was changed 200 years ago or 150 years ago. I had a video about Slavic gods in our original religion, Slava, and you can check it. There is amongst my videos. So for now, I'm thinking about doing the predictions for the next year for each zodiac sign, or I will do the general reading for 2022, but I wanted to tell you that this war won't be over, and but we will see some things regarding it, and we will find out that this is a war going on, and this was all programmed. So put that aside. For a long time ago, I wanted to make a video about the planet Neptune because many Vedic or sidereal astrologers are starting dealing with this planet, and they have just one information about it, and this is that Neptune is considered as the higher octave of the planet Venus. And therefore, Neptune is wonderful, blessed, nothing can be sweeter or better or more beautiful than Neptune, and I'm here to crash all of your illusions and tell you about Neptune from the Western point of astrology, because Neptune is in through Western astrology. But there was this, sorry, I had the flu for the past week, the regular flu, not that one. That one I had during the spring months, and I was very quickly over with it because I knew what to take and how to act. This was the regular flu, and my immune system is working properly, and I love my immune system. So when I'm coughing, just mind my coughing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, where was I? Those beautiful moments of menopause in my age, because I'm nearly 50 years old. I'm 48 right now, going through my 49th year of existence, and 20 years in astrology. I wanted to tell you that some 500 or 600 years ago, there was this Vedic astrologer who predicted that in our day and age, 2 new planets will be discovered, 2 new bodies. He didn't say 3, he didn't count Pluto, as if he could know that Pluto won't have the status of the planet at one point. And in those moments, he said astronomers will discover 2 new planets. One will be Prajapati, and the other one will be Varuna. Prajapati is Uranus and Varuna is Neptune. So for those who are listening from Asia and know a bit more about Vedic astrology, please look up at symbolic and history regarding Prajapati and Varuna, and you will get the point. So let's get back to the Neptune, and in this video I will cover up all aspects Neptune can make and also the meanings of Neptune in different houses and signs. First of all, Neptune in all mythology, European mythology, is the god of waters, and he could bless sometimes, and but way more times he would drown a person and cause great troubles, because all about the Neptune is about free flowing. Someone would say emotional free flowing. No, that's the moon. This is free flowing. And Neptune is considered as the higher octave of Venus, but Venus is never considered as a solely benefic or beneficial planet. Yet it's seen as a benefic in astrology, but Venus, as all other bodies in astrology, has good and bad traits. In this regard, Neptune has good and bad traits. If positioned properly, Neptune will bring inspiration, higher insights about mathematics, physics, chemistry especially, philosophy systems. Jupiter is all about that, but Jupiter, but Neptune is going beyond frontiers. Jupiter is going where the frontiers are and breaking those frontiers, but Neptune is on the other side. And you don't know whether things will be good, whether things will be bad, and how will everything end up. So when in good position, this is diving deeper than Jupiter. This is flying higher than Jupiter. Neptune is above all that. But it's not all good. When it comes to love, it's all revolving around illusions, and hormones are bombarding the person and everything like that. When it comes to physical expression of Neptune, Neptune is in many times seen as bacterial infection or viral infection, although viral infections are under the rulership of the planet Uranus, mostly also Rahu, Moon, and so on in traditional sense. But Neptune is about bacteria, and more than bacteria, Neptune is about the unknown cause. I have noticed for the past 12 years, I have a friend in Texas, the older guy, very great, good guy. He's running the online radio show One Radio Network, and you should listen to him. He has great podcasts, creme de la creme, or as American would say, This was the revenge of Neptune. My phone just fell down. No, I will try the other way. Will it stand? No. Now you have now it should be standing. You had, and it lived. And will I cut this part? No, I won't. Now you see how Neptune is working. My phone just fell down from the tripod because some rubber part was missing. It fell on while I was putting the whole construction up. It doesn't matter. I will continue because I'm known as the lousiest astrologer on YouTube. you can see from the number of my subscribers, and I'm honest. What can I do? So please subscribe. Make me happy. So, where was I? Now it's getting tougher. I was at bacterial infection. Oh, I was at in the state of Texas and mentioning Patrick Timpone and his One Radio Network, the best radio station you can find on the internet and listen through internet. You just go to one radio station and in the archives you will see cream of the crops or creme de la creme, the best worlds, doctors, scientists, political analysts and so on, whistleblowers and so on. But as I talked about Neptune, and this is all in the Neptune style because Neptune will revolve around and won't reveal the truth. In the end, it will play with you for as long as this planet can. I have noticed that when Patrick is ill in Texas, at the same moment, the same time, I'm ill here. It's usually some cold or flu or some minor virus, but we resonate at the same time on two different places on this planet. And you could say Texas has a different climate than Serbia and so on. I'm 30 years younger than him, and he lives a different lifestyle than me, and so on and so on. Yet we are being struck at the same time. This could be related to Uranus and also Rahu, and viruses or activation of bacteria is caused by electromagnetic field, some radio waves, planetary aspects, and so on. That is all the truth. But could it be the god Neptune working on us at the same time on two different places? So you can think about Neptune also as great floods, big deal water. You can think about it as a fog, as a heavy rain. No, not as a heavy rain, but as heavily moist weather. Let's do the aspects or sign, or what can we do? Let's do the aspects. When Neptune has aspects with the Sun, like conjunction, square, or opposition with the Sun, that person will be prone to illusions. All about illusions, and he will live in illusions, and he will try to sell the other people those illusions. Will those illusions become reality at one point? This is for the Neptune in conjunction with Sun, when those two bodies are placed together. That will depend on other aspects. But surely Neptune in square with the Sun and Neptune in opposition with Sun will show that this person doesn't have the clear vision of reality and has a very flowy ego in them. Now they are gods, now they are down, now they are nothing, now they are slaves to gods, tomorrow they are gods again, and so on and so on. And the soul and the ego will revolve around those worlds. When Neptune is in trine with the Sun, then, or in sextile, then this person, for instance, I have my Sun and Pluto in sextile with Neptune, and when I was a child, I was the biggest liar in this area you could imagine. And at one point of my life, when I was 12, I figured it out, or I realized that I am allowed to write stories like those grown-up writers, book writers can do. I am allowed. And from that moment, I have started writing, and all of my lies were now justified through my writings and also through my paintings, when I painted for sometimes, painting some illusionary worlds and so on and so on. So in good aspects, this person can be a skilled liar, a perfect liar. I said trine with the Sun, Neptune trine Sun, or Neptune sextile Sun, or this person could be dealing with illusions in constructive ways, like this person is using their Neptunian traits to be a life coach, and then this person will uplift the other people with nothing essential behind him. This person also can have a flowy language, have a calm language, no language speech. And while you are listening to this person, you will feel in peace, inspired. Not inspired to rebel, to fight, no, you will feel inspired to take a cup of tea, to go and to the bath, to sleep, to feel relaxed and calm. Moon and Neptune. Moon and Neptune, I forgot to say, Sun and Neptune could be some issues or cataracts with the right eye when it comes to men, and the left eye when it comes to women. For those who don't know who they are, they should check their DNA analysis and look what they are, man or woman. And for those who refuse to do that, I'm so sorry, I'm not able to do astrology prediction regarding guys. For them, I'm sorry. And so I said, this is the right eye afflicted in a man and the left eye afflicted in a woman. And when it comes to Moon and Neptune, this will mean afflicted left eye in a man and the right eye in a woman. In astrology, Sun is the right eye for a man and Moon is the left eye for a woman. And Sun is the right eye, Moon is the left eye for a man. And for a woman, Moon is the right eye, Sun is the left eye for a woman. Did I say it right? Or was it Neptune? I call it Neptune electronics. Because I had enough of Neptune electronics, and I avoid Neptune electronic people like a plague, because I want things done like this and to be clear and concise. And the person with the Moon together with Neptune in conjunction and not say trine, this will be someone who will be flowing through life. Flowing, not through life, through emotions. They won't be conscious. Their conscious, emotional intelligence will be under the fog of Neptune. And they won't be able to realize when to shut down, when to let the other person go, when to let the other person be in peace, when to talk, when to say the truth, and in that regard, they won't even know what the truth is, because everything is flowing. So, do you love me? Well, I'm... no, not that too complicated. Do you love ice cream? Now you have to choose just one taste of the ice cream. Would you take chocolate or strawberry, for instance? Oh, and then 3 days after they will still be. And in the meantime, I will eat all the ice cream, both days. That's you cannot have constructive discussion with someone who has Moon and Neptune together, and also when someone has Moon and Neptune in opposition or in a square aspect in their natal chart. Oh man, get away from that person, because this will be either a drug addict, legal or illegal drugs, or this could be a alcoholic. In any case, this would be someone who is floating through the fog and cannot live without the fog. And the only moment those people feel alive is through some sort of the inspiration, and in so many cases they will seek that inspiration or feel like inspiration is coming to them through drugs or through alcohol, but in many cases through alcohol, because they love these watery moments. And Neptune is related to tobacco, but with some other planets. Right now, not with the Moon. With the Moon is everything about the water, and those people could be frequently poisoned by water who is not bacteriology correct in those terms. Water that should be boiled, reboiled, or cleaned in any way. They are very prone to that, and they are also very prone to have many allergic reactions to medications or to some foods, alcohols, and so on, but mostly watery things. And when Moon is in trine with Neptune, this is the great aspect for a person who won't have such deep insights about psychology, but a person who will innately know how to approach the other people and to make them feel relaxed, good, calm, and so on. Calming person like the one you would want to be with your baby, for instance. And also this could be someone who loves poetry, who loves to paint, who loves to sing. This could be someone who could have a dreamy voice, a mysterious voice, seductive voice. Mr. President. My brain just stopped. Happy birthday to you. That's Neptune with the Moon. If you remember Marilyn Monroe, although I didn't check her natal chart, but you will get the point. And also Neptune with Mercury. Oh, in bad aspects, this could be a liar of all liars. And Neptune in opposition with Mercury, the person will be a liar, and this person will deal with liars. But there won't be a conscious intention to lie. This is not like a Moon opposition Mercury, when a person is a liar and he knows or she knows what is the point and what benefits are there for them. No, this is someone who lies because this person doesn't know the better way. The truth is distorted. You might get the glimpses of the truth. When someone has Neptune conjunction Mercury and Neptune opposition Mercury, also goes for squares, Neptune square Mercury, because the person will be prone to some distorted philosophies, occult sciences, or something like that. Those will be those boring people, like, when Jupiter comes into these combinations, those are all boring missionaries who are trying to convert you to some other religion or to some other groups of your religion. It doesn't matter, they're just annoying. And Mercury square Neptune will be that, and Mercury square Neptune will be illusionary liar, someone who lies because they're not conscious, but someone who will be seen as a liar straight away and will have many problems with the other people in life because of this trait. And when Mercury is in trine with Neptune, this is great for channeling tarot cards, for instance. This is someone who will channel all the spirits, the archangels, and the late butcher guy from the neighborhood. We have this archangel, and we have the local Pete from our neighborhood, and he's channeling through me. And sometimes Pete is better than those archangels. In any case, they will channel some spirits, and they will get some information through tarot cards, through gypsy cards, through Lenormand cards. You give them some cards and they will find something to chat about. Also, they could be great readers from the coffee cup, teacup, or those ink stains and things like that. They would be great channelers. But everything you have to know, do you resonate with them? If you resonate, then they will channel the correct informations for you. If you don't resonate straight away, then move ahead, someone else will resonate with them, and that's also, their information is not 100% accurate all the time, so don't trust them even when they have Mercury trine Neptune. Also, Mercury trine Neptune is guitars and all those strings instruments, and they could be great for playing those instruments. Mercury, Venus, yeah. When Venus is together with a Neptune, and depending on other signs, that person will be very seductive, or they will find seductive partners. Something will be, yes, seductive, illusionary. It could be the most wonderful experience of all in life, but it could also be the biggest disappointment in their lives, depending on transits and other aspects. And something will be foggy, something will be mysterious, as I said, seductive, poetic. This could be great singers or creators of music if this aspect is constructive, and if this aspect is destructive, this is the hidden diabetes dancing in their gut for a long time and waiting to explode. So be aware if you have this aspect. If you have and the same goes for Venus trine Neptune, and one person can also fall in love with illusion, with the painting, with imaginary character, and so on. Now, I'm 13 years old, and I'm in love with some singer, and I have the whole room full of his pictures, and I'm dreaming about him and crying. And I found out he's got married, and I cried and cried because he's mine. But it's not mine, it's just the illusion and just the hormonal imbalance in that age, which is totally understandable. It's not understandable that I act in that way when I'm older. I'm telling this because for years before, I had contacts with one client who is my age. And this woman was, and I think she still is, in love with some popular singer from the 80s and 90s, and she cries about him, and he doesn't know she exists anymore. This is all about Neptune, you know. When Neptune is square Venus or opposition Venus, some cheating will be involved. But this won't be the conscious cheating. Okay, I will cheat, I know. I want this person, and I will cheat on my usual partner, but I will do it anyway, and I will try to avoid the consequences. No, this will be cheating without avoiding the consequences. I will fall in love with you. And all of a sudden, the birds, the angels, the violins, the bois, everything will play, sing, and dance around us, and we will hug each other, and we will dance until to the room, and then we will have some fantastic but imaginary and gentle sexual intercourse. And I will stand up disillusioned or still illusioned, but at that moment my husband will open the door and see me. And he'll say, "What did you do, woman?" And I will say, "Oh, that was love." And that's the kind of cheating Venus in square with Neptune and in opposition with Neptune will do. That's the kind of cheating someone with the diabetes will do, eating the whole chocolate cake. I don't know what's got into me, but I had to do it. And that's it. And now I will bear the consequences. I will try to avoid them with the lies. But this won't make me good. Also, Neptune with Mars. Neptune with Mars, this is some hidden inflammation going on in the body. Neptune with Mars conjunction will talk about someone who is bluffing when fighting. And this could be good, this could be bad, and someone who can work hard when inspired. And the same goes for Mars in sextile or in trine with the Neptune. But when Mars is in square or in opposition with Neptune, this person is dealing with a fraud, con artist. And usually younger males will try to fraud that person, to cross that person. Either younger males, friends, male siblings, close friends, male siblings, younger males in business will try to propose some shady businesses, and they will pull through, and the person will stand up to bear the consequences, or the person will be robbed in some ways through some deals. So when you see this aspect in someone's chart, like Mars square Neptune or Mars opposition Neptune, get away from there, run from there, because this person will either try to cross you, or this person will try to make you join him in some business deal which won't pay for you both at all, except in the way you want to cross that person and to take some advantage of the stupidity of that person. But again, this is not stupidity, this is a lack of consciousness. So when Neptune in general is making bad aspects, this means the lack of consciousness. Because everything is above consciousness, there's a higher consciousness, which is not all about love, which is all about fog, because we cannot understand it enough. When Neptune is together with Jupiter, person will have some high inspiration in religion, and they will get lost and go to the monastery and so on and so on. And when Neptune is squaring or in opposition with Jupiter, then the person will choose to be in some sort of the religious sect, not the usual religion organization, but some sect which has a military order, some hidden things, usually bookkeeping, and they will follow them blindly. It's a blind follower. And in so many situations, when I asked some clients, did you or your boyfriend father this one, according to the case, were they in some religious sect? Because we had some sects here going on for the past 20 years, 30 years. The answer in many cases was not. This person was not in the sect, but this person was in the political party, following that party like a blind man, and this is the same aspect going on here. So you have a belief, and you follow that belief without asking yourself or your consciousness, is this belief okay? Because there is a lack of contact with your consciousness, with your common sense. Neptune is erasing common sense. Common sense and Neptune, those things don't exist together. When in trine, then this person, or in sextile, this person gets a great inspiration from religious thoughts or ideas. Then this person can develop those thoughts and ideas further, or this person can use those ideas in some other industry or philosophy, but this will be for the good. When Neptune is with the Saturn, conjunction, opposition, square, it doesn't matter. This is some kind of dementia or a heavy smoker we are talking here. And for so many people, I noticed, and for me also, my brain is working way better when I smoke cigarettes. I'm not talking this is good or this is bad, it doesn't matter. In my country there is a different type of traditions regarding cigarettes, because I have noticed that in some foreign countries people are very easy with marijuana, with weeds, and very hard on tobacco. And you shouldn't be so Neptune square Jupiter about those things. But in that regard, Saturn-Neptune opposition squares, this could be a heavy tobacco addiction. Also, this could be dementia. So you choose. Maybe you didn't hear before, but one of the cure for Parkinson's disease is to smoke cigarettes. So those who do, if you don't want to do that, you can try taking niacin pills. Niacinamide, that's the component in tobacco. So again, don't just shoot me for talking about cigarettes, because I'm not intending to change your minds or to morals about anything. I'm just telling you all perspectives about Neptune and from Neptune's perspective. So when in trine Neptune and Saturn, this is someone who can make structures in their head, and depending on other planetary aspects, then this person can materialize those structures. Like, for instance, you have a great architect or an engineer, and he sits for hours and imagines, and all mistakes he had corrected in his mind, and he goes to the working place, and then straight away he starts drawing or making without any mistake. This is the great good aspect. In all other cases, this is dementia or heavy smoking. Mind is fogged, especially when a person gets old and loses itself. With Uranus and Neptune, those are the generational aspects, because for the past, I don't know, 50 years or more, Neptune and Uranus are holding the sextile or the septile aspects, and we are all marked with those aspects. So these are all sextiles or trines. Neptune and Uranus are some dynamic changes, and those dynamic changes could be wars, could be inventions, technical inventions, or could be epidemics, unusual ideas, unusual bacteria, unusual viruses, combinations of viruses and bacteria, and so on. But things are progressing. When Neptune is in opposition or square with Uranus, then this is the time of great liars and great rebels against those liars. So someone is lying and someone else is running to kill him because it's obvious the other person is lying, or the other person is not aware. You know that part in Bible when Jesus says in the New Testament, when Jesus says, please Father, please forgive them when they put them on the cross, because they don't know what they do. They don't know. They're not aware. Neptune electronics. And Pluto and Neptune, great insights, great inspiration in good aspects like sextiles or trine. Enormous inspiration. As one Vedic astrologer would say, zeroing, going down to the zero of this galaxy, to the zero of this universe, multiverses, and so on. I can handle those ideas, but many people are afraid of those ideas. What is the point? Where is the God? What is the universal force? How dimensions are going? Is the karma or repeated... not borns. Rebirths, repeated rebirths, or being reborn again. Is this the truth in the world of the multiverse, when the time is not linear, but it goes in all directions, all dimensions? Those are all heavy questions when and people who have Neptune trine or sextile or in conjunctions with Pluto, they swim in those waters perfectly well. Those who don't, Pluto opposition Neptune and Pluto square Neptune also in many moments indicates drowning, or someone is, it's not slaughtering, it's when someone takes you for your neck and then pulls back, you cannot breathe and then you die. That's not slaughtering, that's not drowning, it's third word, and I cannot remember it right now. That is the fact. So you are going diving, and some psychopath is swimming behind your back, and he takes your neck and strangles you. Strangling, I think it's that word. Someone might try to kill you by strangling. You could die by poisoning of something because that substance didn't let you breathe. Neptune is also all chemicals, oil, gas, and those things, and pharmaceutical chemicals, industry chemicals, agricultural chemistry, chemicals. And let's do Neptune by houses now, and I will try to be way faster, hoping this construction won't fall down again. So, Neptune in the first house, or Neptune in the sign of Aries, the eyesight could be damaged. Person could have cataracts, but also weak eyes, and no glasses will ever help. Something will always be distorted, and in many cases the person's mental abilities will be distorted too. Whatever side you turn, you cannot agree with that person, because this person will have always something revolving in their head, running around, and they won't be able to think logically in some sense. In the second house, or in the sign of Taurus, Neptune shows as some hidden incomes. If you have a land, if you have a property, that might be some oil or gas below your property, and you could be a rich person. Also, you could be a underground river flowing below your property. Something is going with your property. Also, when you are making money, in many cases, when you think you will go bankrupt in bankruptcy, something new will emerge and you will pull through. Your incomes will be flowing. In the third house, you could be a great liar. Your mind will be flowing, you will be flowing, depending on other aspects. You could be a great fantasy writer, or you could be a great liar. Also, be aware when the fog is outside, because you could get killed if you're driving. Neptune in the fourth house. Either you are living by the river or by the sea, or you will have a river or the sea in your apartment, because you will have a flood in your kitchen or your bathroom for sure. Not once in a lifetime, but many times in a lifetime. So when it comes to your home, every time you should check everything related to water in your home, not just water, but gas. If you're heating through gas or cooking through gas, check the gas. Please, I saw one situation on YouTube when a girl wanted to cook something. She had a gas stove, and she leaned over to see what's going on in the pot, and then this gas exploded and ruined her face. And then she made a video how she restored her face with some creams. That's the similar situations. If you can choose the apartment where the stove and the general things are going through electricity, not through gas, because gas will try to poison you, to kill you. Water will try to drown you. That's your Neptune working in your chart. Also, your mother could be unconscious, or you had some issues because your mother was mentally unstable or drowning in alcohol and something like that. Neptune in the fifth house, dealing with addictions. When I had it in my fifth house, I started my addiction toward vitamin and mineral supplements, and God knows how much money I gave for the bottles of this, and this. That was Neptune in Aquarius recently. And when Neptune went through my 6th house in the sign of Pisces, I switched to herbal medicine, and I have little bottles of this, and collections of herbs in this form. So this is some sort of the addiction. This is also a talented child. You could have a talented child in your life, and this could be having a child with some other man, but telling your man that this child is his. Those are stories about, is this child my child, or you cheated on me, something like that. Or maybe some man could create a child somewhere, and he wouldn't know about the existence of that child for his lifetime or some part of his life. Also, this is dealing, as I said, addictions. When you have it in the 5th house, you could be dealing with the drug addictions as your romantic partners. If they are not drug addictions, then they could be some empty philosophers, you know, those who are just talking empty words, and useless people. Just talking, and not producing anything, not working on anything, nothing. Just talking. Also, let me not forget this, you could have a viral or bacterial infection of your heart or your spine. At that time when Neptune was in my 5th house, squaring Moon, later on Venus, all people around me were drowning in alcohol. All area, neighborhood, in the house, everyone. I wanted to go to the monastery at that time. But at the same time, I had Coxsackie virus in my heart, and it damaged my heart, and then I restored my heart through Qigong. Doctors said this couldn't be restored, this is irreparable, but I proved them wrong through the breathing exercises. It's not the heart, it's the pericardium, the wrapping around the heart. So have that in considerations. When Neptune is in the 6th house, this could be some bacterial or hidden diseases going on in you, especially in your stomach, allergic reactions, hard allergic reactions, and also dealing with some frauds. This is also the great moment to start, if you need a healing, to have some additional healings in the form of homeopathy or in the form of some swimming, bathing, and energetic healing, like Reiki, reconnections, something like that. You can try those things out, those calming things. Of course, this is not medical advice, and you should check with your specialist and so on and so on. But as the side help for your disease, you could try those things. When Neptune is in the 7th house, many times I said, when Neptune is in the 7th house, this is the best moment to get married to the actor, because the actors pretend. If this is not the actor, then this person could try to cheat on you, not because this person wants to cheat on you, but because this person is mentally or emotionally unstable. Also, your spouse could have some issues with the eyes, you could have some hidden issues with your kidneys or your skin. When Neptune is in the 8th house, this is horrible aspect, drowning. Don't go swimming, don't go diving, just shower. Don't have gas in your home. No. This is not just drowning in the water, this is drowning in anything, and this is also drowning, this is also getting poisoned by all sorts of things you are breathing, eating, excreting, and everything else. So please be aware. And also, this could be, this could show that the person could fall in some occult sciences, and then cannot swim their way out of those distorted philosophies. Something like that. Or the philosophies could be right, but the person won't be strong enough to cope with those philosophies or techniques. Oh, I'm going to the underworld and I'm going to talk with the devil itself. Oh, you go, have a nice travel and so on, and the person won't come back in the mental sense, because this person won't be strong enough to cope with the underworld. just take my word seriously. If your Neptune is in your ninth house, then if it makes good aspects, then you will want to visit churches or monasteries or any temple of worship in your religion, and you will do that frequently, and in those places you will get inspiration, you will get healing, you will get what you want in those places. So please travel all over your country, all over the world, and visit those temples, not just your religion temples. Try other temples. You will find something that you want. Also, this is a great aspect if you want to have your holiday on some island, not on the land, or be beside the water, or in some foggy area, like, for instance, Neptune could be in Capricorn in your ninth house, and then you will enjoy those heavy rains in some castle in Scotland where all other people are running away. No, you will adore that. Okay, that's your thing, do that. Also, you could be could have some distorted or not distorted but highly inspirational ideas about religion, spirituality in general, or you would love to study some abstract matters, like someone is studying mathematics or philosophy or something like that. You'll get the point. If the Neptune is in the 10th house or the sign of Capricorn, you are great if you are working around gas, oil places, you have career in those industry, you are a hydrogeologist, you are a pharmacist. Pharmacy is great industry for you. Also, or you are smuggling some money if you are in banking or finances, you are a fraud. But think about in terms of flowing water, oil, gas, chemicals, and you will find your industry, your fantastic industry. Also, take care about your knees and your teeth, because you could have some hidden infections going on with your teeth, and for you there is a serious warning that you should never ever have implants in your jaw to be the foundation for your fake teeth. No, because every that fake implant will produce inflammation, and you will get some immune disease, ruin your thyroid gland and everything else, your bones, your marrow. You could have leukemia, something like that. So keep away from the fake implants, from any material, everything will start the reaction. And take those old, not braces, how do you, fake teeth, put that in your mouth, and that will be fine. If your wife loves you without your teeth, she will love you anyway, and you are done. Other people will see you with the fake teeth, and it doesn't matter. If the Neptune is in the sign of Aquarius, those are all those group teachings about hippics. We are the flower children. This is the age of Aquarius. Yes, it is. But it didn't last long. It will come, but it wouldn't look like it was portrayed in the film here. But you should watch that musical. It's a great film. And there is that one part when the woman is singing at the edge of the Central Park in New York. How can people be so cruel? When the guy is leaving her, she has a small child, his child, and he's leaving her to be with the children of the revolution and everything. And she sings, how can people care about revolutions and justice for all and be so cruel when it comes to individual justice. This is the song about Neptune in Aquarius. I cry every time I hear that song. That woman sang it to freeze. and she's standing there in the middle of the snow in the Central Park of the New York. And Neptune, those are all distorted philosophies again, but those distorted philosophies will take over larger groups of people. This is also everything about drugs, and this is also everything about chemical drugs, not traditional types of drugs, drugs produced from the plants like heroin, cocaine, marijuana, or those shamanistic plants shamans use in tradition. No, those are all new, with all those long chemical names, meta, theta, tetra, ethion, those types of addiction. This is also addiction to over-the-counter medicines, all medicines, and this is the blind faith that one pill will solve my problems and won't cause other problems. When it comes to I'm at 55, oh, this will last 1 hour. You Neptune, I wanted this to last 25 minutes, trust me. Neptune. And I won't cut out that part when the phone is falling down. No. And Neptune in Pisces. Oh. I forgot to tell you, Neptune has a rulership over the sign of Pisces, but Neptune is the so-called modern ruler. Traditional ruler of the sign of Sagittarius, Jupiter. This is its daytime rulership, and it's nighttime. I have a pigeon on the other side of the window, and the nighttime rulership of the planet Jupiter is in the sign of Pisces. So Sagittarius and Pisces, this is on Jupiter. However, when Neptune appeared in the science and later on in astrology, then it was given the rulership over the sign of Pisces as its day rulership, and the night rulership in the sign of Jupiter. So in a way, Jupiter and Neptune are contrarian, and as I said, Jupiter breaks the frontiers, but the Neptune is up there. So in the sign of Pisces, this is the dual sign. You have two Pisces going on there, and one Pisces is prone to abstract sciences, arts, and this Pisces psychology, psychiatry, oceanography, and so on and so on. And this Pisces goes deep, or high, this fish. On the other side, the other Pisces, the other fish, is totally unreliable, untrustful, crazy as hell, lazy as hell, just sleeps, just talks rubbish, just philosophizes rubbish. And we're not just one Pisces. In all of us, those two Pisces are mixing, especially in the sign of Pisces. But when I have some conversations with the people who are in the sign of Pisces, and because I have two persons here with the strong influence of Pisces in their charts, I say, you Pisces, you crazy people. Two Pisces, and they both tell me, and the other people tell me, no, I'm that Pisces who is high in philosophy, high in arts, in science, in everything. No, I'm not the other Pisces. And then I find them in the other Pisces, fish. But we are all the same, aren't we? We have very similar traits, and there are Pisces in our charts, no matter do we belong to some other sign or not. So I said Jupiter goes deep, but Neptune is unknown. And when Neptune is in Pisces like it is right now, this year, 2021, it was some years. Neptune needs 15 years approximately to go through the sign, and Neptune will swim out of the sign of Pisces around 2023, if I'm not wrong. Don't take me seriously, I didn't check the right date. On the dry and hot land of the Aries. And then this Neptune will become blind there. But now he's swimming in the sea of all rubbish things. So as any stupid astrologer, I had to fight and to show the facts and to ask for facts for all those people who believe that the Earth is flat. And since I have engineering education, we had to check, is there gravitation, and to measure it. Then we had to measure the Earth to know which institutions are assigned for those measurements, not because determining whether the Earth is round or flat, but because of determining how much the land moves, the sea moves, because this is the geodesia, the science which handles the movements of the Earth and the measurements of the Earth due to legal and property matters. So everything has to be measured, every distance is on this Earth, on each country, on each continent, in between continents and everything, because people are measuring for the property and the legal uses, and you can fight the geodesia on that matter and many other things, like sea tides and everything else. It doesn't. We want to. But this story about flat Earth, I suspect that it started with Terry Pratchett's book. You know, Terry Pratchett, the man I adored. He died many years ago. Not so many. I think 5 or 6 years ago, maybe more. And he started this series about Disc World, that flat world, which is on the back on one giant turtle. The turtle is called a twin, and there are 4 elephants, and there is this disc on it, and what's going on this disc. And if you haven't, I encourage you to read his books, because this man has great, deep insights about everything in your life, every science, everything. He knew everything. And he died from Alzheimer's disease, that Neptune and Saturn struck him. He was too fast, and he burned his synapses too fast, and that was it. But if I could choose, I would take this kind of life Terry Pratchett had instead of any boring and non-productive life, because he made a huge legacy for this whole planet, questioning the sciences, questioning the religion, questioning the human relationship, everything, and he knew everything. That's about good Neptune. And that's how Neptune finished him after some time. But he made a huge legacy before that. On the other side, Neptune in Pisces, we will have crazy people jumping all over our heads all the time. At the same time, this is a wonderful moment for energetic healers, for herbal healers, for some developments in science, and something is going on behind the closed doors in laboratories. Some people are doing on some serious stuff. There are some people thinking about this universe or multiverse and setting the new philosophy, setting the new science, and everything else. On the other side, we have this other fish, empty and stupid and crazy fish jumping all over our head with not education, with not one atom of common sense. If you ask someone who has some philosophy, Neptunian, if you think this, how come this happens? Can you explain that? And instead of explaining that, lying, telling truth, telling their theories, then they, facing the danger which will destroy their theory, they will attack. They will not explain. They will just attack. You don't know, you're not spiritual enough. Oh yeah, I'm not spiritual enough. Now explain to me. Explain to me, as Patrick would say, like I am a 3-year-old child or a golden retriever. Start right now. No. Those are all people who talk for hours and hours and hours, and they say nothing. And I saw this literal or a language fashion style going on for the past, 5 or 10 years in America, where many of those radio or internet hosts are talking, saying nothing. And there's this army of apostles listening to them and admiring them, and nothing. That's Neptune in Pisces, and Neptune during the next year, 2022, transiting Jupiter. This will be again around the late spring, early summer of 2022. Jupiter will join Neptune in Pisces, and this could be explosion of a good thing or explosion of a bad thing. Listen to me, in that time frame we should get discovered that this whole virus thing could be a programmed warfare poison in aerosol all over us and some other things. But I want to keep this channel clean from consequences, so I won't tell you about that. But on the other side, there will be many crazy people jumping around our heads and our nerves, the most, our synapses. So the more logic you have, the more clear moral standards you have, the more clear thinking you have, you will pull easier through this Jupiter and Neptune conjunction during the next year. And at the same time, please be aware, because this could be some disaster going on the sea, on some island, or this could be some disaster with the sea coming to the land. Japan, my lovely Japan, please take care, people. You could be flooded with water. All countries surrounded with water. There could be a big wave coming to you. And also be aware, all of you who are working on gas or oil research parts or industries, because there could be explosion in pharmaceutical industry, all those chemical factories. Please be careful and be aware, because if anything could go wrong, it will go on wrong in those moments. This could also be some bacterial infection spreading related to the water again. Now the next spring and summer and maybe autumn months will be all about cooking your water, boiling your water, and killing some amoebas in it, because something will be going on in the water. 1 hour, 7 minutes, and that was it with our Neptune electronic video. Love you all. I was your astrologer, Kira. I am still your astrologer, Kira. Please share, subscribe, everything I said before. After 31st of December, my reading will go for $80 per hour, and I think I will keep that price throughout the whole 2022. And I wish you all the best, and I wish you the great Neptune transits. Bye.